Airships have a pretty bad rep. If you say airship to most people, they'll probably think of giant flammable accidents waiting to happen. That's probably because over the course of history, this is what they are best or worst known for. As a result of the Hindenburg disaster in the 1930s, when 36 people lost their lives, the public lost confidence in airships, and they were considered too dangerous for flight. But now with new technology, the airship has made a comeback and in spectacular style. The Airlander 10 represents a new kind of airship, one of absolute luxury to those flying on it. Originally starting life as the HAV-304 for the U.S. military, the British-engineered airship has now been redesigned for civilian use and has had a lot of interest across the world, especially in the Middle East. We're going to take a closer look at this $50 million craft and find out why airships are now desirable again. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and comment down below to give your opinions on the Airlander 10. To look at the Airlander 10, it's important to look at its predecessor, the HAV-304. HAV stands for Hybrid Air Vehicles, the UK-based company that makes the airships based in Cardington, England. Cardington is known for its Royal Air Force military base, so it's no surprise that the Airlander 10's original purpose was for use with the military. But it was the US military, rather than the British, that was interested in this airship. In 2010, the US military commissioned a project that would have HAV build them what they called a Long Endurance Multi-Intelligence Vehicle. The project cost between $154 million and $517 million depending on all options. And despite delays and issues, on 7 August 2012, a successful 90-minute test flight took place in Lakehurst, New Jersey. Just when it looked like the LEM-V was about to take off and be deployed in Afghanistan, the project was canceled in February 2013. Hybrid Air Vehicles took the opportunity to buy back the envelope and associated materials, which they returned to the UK for conversion to the civilian Airlander 10. In 2014, the new Airlander 10 was unveiled in Cardington when it was reported to be the world's largest aircraft. The modified aircraft completed design certification testing and was finally looking to take flight before another setback when it came loose from its moorings in a high wind on 18 November 2017 at Cardington Airfield. This seemingly grounded the airship for good. But as recently as last year, new interest has breathed new air into the ship, and it seems the luxury market is keen for some novelty in the skies. Part of this is due to an unveiling which has rebranded the airship as the height of desirable air travel. In 2018, HAV and Design Q unveiled the Airlander 10 passenger cabin. The airship has luxurious private en-suite bedrooms, horizon-to-horizon views in the aircraft's infinity lounge, and room to accommodate up to 18 guests for trips of up to 3 days. Not to mention glass floors. All of this makes for a unique experience perfect for the wealth of the Middle Eastern market, where clients are willing to pay top dollar for something they can't get anywhere else. Another important appealing factor with the ship is its ability to take off and land on virtually any flat surface without the need for infrastructure like runways or ports. Visiting places that planes simply can't reach must add to that exclusivity that the wealthy can't get enough of. Rebecca Zeitlin, media and comms manager for HAV, gives further insight into why the airship has been getting attention from certain corners of the globe. She says, "We have had sales inquiries from organizations worldwide, including the Middle East. Airlander's capabilities make it possible for hotel groups, tour operators, and cruise companies to offer something very unique to their customers." She goes into detail on another huge, unique selling point when it comes to modern flying. The aircraft's environmental credentials are also drawing quite a bit of interest from organizations who operate in environmentally sensitive or protected areas. Could it be possible that the airships fill the green void that planes most definitely leave? We're about halfway through our video now, so just a little reminder to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more top quality videos on luxury. So how did the Airlander go from military giant to luxury air hotel? And how has any of this been funded without actually having a single non-test flight? After dropping the LEM-V project, the U.S. Army believed that the project technical data and computer software could be useful for future projects, but that selling it would save money. So that's exactly what they did. In September 2013, the Pentagon sold the airship back to HAV for around $300,000. The deflated airship was returned to the UK, where it underwent reassembly and modification as as the Airlander 10 prototype. In April 2014, HAV formed an industry team with Celex ES and Kinetic to develop and demonstrate the sensor capabilities of the Airlander 10, and a 3-month demonstration period for the UK's Ministry of Defence has been planned. One suggested use is similar to what the US wanted, as a mothership for launching multiple air vehicles and presumably auditioning for the latest Led Zeppelin album cover. After securing approval from both the UK and EU aviation bodies, technically the blimp was ready to fly, but it still needed money, and HAV wasn't 100% certain which market the airship was going to be built for. Fortunately, the project received both UK and EU funding to support the airship's further development, totaling £7 million by March 2016. Crowdfunding from members of the general public also raised an impressive $9 million. In 2016, the fully assembled Airlander 10 was publicly unveiled as being offered for both civil and military use in the future. The Airlander 10 was also to act as a prototype for an even larger version of the airship, referred to as the Airlander 50. On 17 August 2016, the first test flight took place at the aircraft's home base, Cardington Airfield in Bedfordshire, England, and lasted 30 minutes. During the final approach to its mooring mast at the end of its second test flight on 24 August 2016, the airship's mooring rope became entangled in wires and the nose hit the ground, damaging the cockpit. Thankfully, the crew were unharmed. The Airlander 10 was repaired and fitted with inflatable feet designed to be deployable in 15 seconds to protect the cockpit in an emergency landing. Despite any improvements, testing continued to have problems. In November 2017, the airship broke free from its moorings in a high wind, automatically pulling a safety rip panel so it deflated and fell to the ground. Nobody on board was hurt, but 2 people received minor injuries. Testing continued despite reports of the project being canned, and in January 2019 it was announced that the aircraft had gathered sufficient data to complete its test and certification program, but this test version would be retired to make way for this year's production model. Compared to the prototype, it's planned to feature reduced aerodynamic drag, improved landing gear, and a larger payload cabin. So that's how we got here, but what are the specs of this magnificent beast? Well, first off, the design is based on a standard plane to increase lift. Unlike most airship designs, it does not have a circular cross-section, having adopted a curious elliptical shape with a contoured and flattened hull. This makes it look a bit different to a standard airship, but is deliberate so that it acts as a lifting body, contributing aerodynamic lift while the airship is in forward motion. The size of the thing is vast, with a length of 302 feet. Its wingspan is 143 feet, and its height clocking in at an equally impressive 85 feet. The thing weighs 44,000 pounds as a result, so it needs a decent engine to get it moving. Its 4x4-liter V8 turbocharged diesel engines, giving 325 horsepower each, provide it with that. All in all, it's an impressive piece of engineering and deserves to see liftoff and start serving people for the first time since its original commission 10 years ago. With the interest it's getting now from the luxury market, it looks like that might not be too far away. And that about does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss a video from us.